Okay, so the next thing that we're going to add is the powdered contour. We do that for a couple of reasons. One, if you want to make your contour a little more bold, it will do that, and also it's going to set the contour palette or the cream that we just put on. So you don't want to put a cream on your face without setting it with some kind of powder, because it can, throughout the day, it'll come off easier if you don't set it. And so this powder will help to do that. So there's two different contour palettes that we have. You're gonna have 9 colors to choose from, as far, from very dark black to white and several colors in between, so that no matter what your skin tone is, you're gonna be able to find something that works for you. Now, for some of the darker colors that I like, sometimes I want to use, there's kind of a yellow tone in here and a white. This is the size of the brush I use for the light contouring. And so for this one, I am just going to take the white from this 6-color palette. This is mostly what I'm going to be using today. I use the other one a lot, but today I'm going to just use this white. As you can see, it's not going to make it super white or anything weird. What it does is it gives it a great finish to where it doesn't look shiny or strange. It just kind of makes your skin look really flawless and pretty all of a sudden. Sets that contour in where we want it, and you just need a little bit. Now, when we go in with the darker colors, you're going to, and I'm choosing some colors that are significantly darker than my skin. Especially the 6-color palette, the color is really soft, so you can pull a lot of color off of it really easy. So touch your brush to it really lightly. That's good because it's going to last a long time, because you don't need a lot, but you don't want to go digging at it with your brush because you'll make a mess. So I just very, very lightly kind of tap my brush to it, and then you're going to have a lot of color come off at first, and so I'm going to stay on the same parts where I was contouring with the cream with the powder. So I go right along that area. You can see this color is super dark, and that's okay. Doesn't matter what brush set you have, you can do this. And you're just going to remember that line that we're trying to achieve. We're trying to darken up the cheekbones and into the hairline, and you can just work this all the way in. And I just do a little bit on my neck. You can get onto your ears a little bit so that you don't have anything a different color. It's all okay. And again, this is your choice. You don't have to contour this much, or you can contour even more. If you get down, like I have a little bit more here than I like, I'm just going to go back in with the white brush and buff that out just a little bit. This is a little more contour than some people are going to be comfortable with. But again, you can pick and choose. You can do it as dark or light as you want. You can add or take away as much color. We have a lot of colors you can work with, so you have a lot of control over what you pick and what kind of contouring you want to do. But this is just going to give you a good roadmap as far as where to put it. So same thing on the other side. I have a lot of color. And just work it in exactly where you want it. And don't panic if you don't get it right the first time. Nobody does. This is why if your foundation isn't a perfect match, it really doesn't matter. We change so much color everywhere that you can really adjust. So we'll get you close, but if it's not perfect, don't panic. If you get tan and your color's a little lighter, it's all fixable. It also is cheaper than foundation at Walmart, so you can always have 2 colors. And then another thing that I like to do that, again, you don't have to do, but I like to make my collarbones pop a little bit. Again, it's about like kind of creating a thin look. I just take the dark color I use for my face, use just a little bit, and go right in here on the inside of my collarbones. And it looks just like it did here, except it's just a little bit more dramatic. And if you don't like that look, you don't have to do it. But it's just kind of a cool little way to make it look like, hey, I'm kind of bony and thin. I'm not, but I like that it makes it look that way. Okay, and then just a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit more right under my lip just to shade it in. So you don't wanna draw a goatee on, but you wanna do enough to where, you make your lips look like they're big enough that there's a shadow there. That's what we're doing. We're creating artificial shadows.